Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Shelf Media Society. This week we are taking a bit of a shift. It is 8 episodes in and we're moving from physical media in the sense of, movies and stuff that we talk about every week. But, media also is gaming and also, not to mention, not even just gaming, music as well. But this week we have Jay Talbot on, who is
Hello.
A professional gamer now. Jay, would you say to say?
I suppose technically, if you get paid for something, you're a professional.
Yeah.
But quality-wise, that could be debatable.
Yeah. So, Jamie actually is a big friend of mine from school. Actually, we've known each other for probably since we was 12. You're 7, you're 8.
Yeah, I'd hate to know how long ago that
Yeah.
was. Yeah,
That,
15, 16, 17 years.
No, longer than that. It'd be longer than that.
Oh, no.
Longer than that, I reckon.
Old.
Like 19 years,
old.
I reckon now. 18,
oh, can you edit out any of the greys?
So Jamie is a friend of mine. I see you every Tuesday. We go football together. You literally live. Yep. We're recording separate places now, but he literally lives over the road, literally over that way.
Pretty much, yeah.
Stone's throw away.
It probably would have been so much easier just to do it in each other's houses.
Yeah, exactly. But no, we're here anyways. And we're talking about gaming. Obviously, you was on my list in terms of having, we spoke obviously about you coming on and stuff. But GTA 6, obviously the big announcement this week in the sense of it moving to digital only, really in that space. So we'll touch on that throughout the episode, and you probably can see that in the thumbnail and title of the video. But first, then let's just chill, let's just simmer, and let's just hang out. How's things, Jay? How's it going?
Yeah, pretty good. Keeping busy, as they say. Lots on. Basically, I come back. I went to Seattle a few weeks ago. So I flew out to Seattle to visit a gaming development company, which I've been a part of, I guess, part of the player council for State of Decay 3. And we watched the showcase. That was all good fun. And now I'm just working on some State of Decay 3 gameplay videos. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they should be out by the time this comes out.
Yeah, really excited. And I'm obviously, as a mate, super proud because it's like,
thank you.
When he was there, super proud. It's the pinnacle. You see these things and you think that, it's never going to happen to me. I bet you probably thought, you know what I mean, in that sense.
Yeah, I still don't think it's hit me properly. That it was like I just flew 5,000 miles just to hang out with some people I met on the internet effectively, and and
I think it's cool. Gameplay. Yeah, I think it's cool as well. Cause I remember you living in your old flat and stuff, and you getting an Elgato capture card and starting doing YouTube back in the day, and we weirdly kind of started at the same time. It kind of because I was doing the
overlapped a little. It was,
I think
kind of weird
in a way it was kind of like, I don't want to tell anyone I'm doing it because I don't want people to think I'm weird, and you might have felt the same way. And then all of a sudden it came out, and then it was like, oh my god, I'm doing this too. I'm doing.
In fact, I can actually remember the time you found out that I was doing YouTube, because in my old flat, I used to just record on the TV, and I had my my Mac Mini plugged into it, and it had the Elgato software on the bottom of the screen. And I remember you going like, "What's that?" And I was like, I
recognise that.
This is a game capture.
Yeah. But no, it's cool. It's good to see where you was, cause where you was then, and obviously, you're looking at bigger YouTubers then, and you're thinking oh my god, to get there. And obviously, I've got to a certain point, but you've just gone boom, you've done it full time. I still got a job. This is your job. That's mad.
It's been I've been full time for. Admittedly, I probably went full time a little early, but I have been full time from about 3 years total now.
What? 3 years? Is it really?
That's crazy. It's gone by so quick.
Yeah, I was thinking 18 months, but no.
I know, it's gone crazy.
Bloody hell. But anyway, as I say, links will all be down below to Jay's content and stuff, and he does streams and stuff, which are quite mad every now and again. They do
yes,
crazy.
I try to do a stream once a week, usually State of Decay 2, and then obviously with State of Decay 3 being released next year. I've been doing more of that as well.
Good. So let's go back then further. I always do this with my guests in regards to physical media and movies and stuff, but I can do the same thing with gaming. So let's go way back. Do you remember the first ever time you played a video game? What was your first experience?
So I kind of do, and the problem is, it's with memories, which one come first, if that makes sense. So I remember getting Pokemon Yellow on my Game Boy, on a Game Boy Color for Christmas, whatever year that came out. And I don't know if that was first or if I got my first PlayStation, like the PS1. It wasn't
Right.
even. It was the skinny. It was a small skinny one. So it was the one after the big thick like VCR box
Grey one,
thing they
yeah.
released. So I want to say Pokemon Yellow was probably that's the one that I remember the most. It's certainly the one I put the most hours in.
Yeah.
Crazy, but still love that game.
I still got all mine. I still got Pokemon Yellow, Blue,
Oh, and
Red.
I
I still
haven't.
got
I really wish I did.
my green Game Boy Color, the light green one I had. I've still got them. XP, Advance, all of them. I've got rid of some of the games, but like this Pokemon games, I just can't get rid of. I know they're worth quite a bit of money nowadays, but it's just like I don't know why. I've still got. I think on Pokemon Red, I've got Pikachu as Rude Van Nistelrooy because obviously I renamed him back in the. I just haven't. He's level 100, and I just haven't got it in me to. You know,
that's great. That's great. That's
great.
exactly how I used to play though as well, right? Like,
Yeah.
you get your starter. It was obviously Pokemon Yellow. You get Pikachu as the starter. I didn't bother leveling anything else up. I just
Just wanted him. Just wanted
level
him to be
60, 70 Pikachu.
Yeah,
And then I'm wondering why I can't beat the bloody Giovanni, the last ground type trainer. Oh.
But no, gaming thing. So if we go back to myself, because I remember when we was in school and stuff, you was very much then Xbox at that point, I suppose. So there would have been a switch for yourself because you was probably the only one in the group that was Xbox. I think myself.
Yeah, weirdly, the reason beyond for that is without trying to go like too deep into it, there was like a big gap where I just wasn't playing any video games. Sort of a bit more like frowned upon, I guess, in the family. There was like, oh no, you're not spending, go outside and play on the bike. You're not playing video games, blah blah blah. So effectively, a few years after that, and I was like, well, I want to play some video games. Effectively,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go buy one myself. I think I'd had a job at that point. I'd saved up some money, and effectively, the cheapest one was it was an Xbox 360. I want to say. A few years old, and basically all I want to do is just play a couple of rounds of FIFA, and that was the cheapest way of doing it. I think I picked it up for about 140 quid at the time, plus FIFA was secondhand probably, and that's why I went to Xbox, because everybody else was on PlayStation, because I wasn't really much of a multiplayer gamer anyway.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's fair. It's interesting because like you said about PlayStation at the start, then and then you switched to Xbox, and I just remember you being on Xbox.
Yeah,
and I guess
I remember. I also like the first console I bought myself was the PlayStation 2. I bought also questionable parenting, I'll be honest with you, because I did buy it with GTA 3, and it was either just before Vice City came out or just after, and it was shortages. We couldn't get hold of Vice City, so I got GTA 3 instead, and then I had to get Vice City down the line a bit. But yeah, questionable parenting that one, because I obviously could buy it myself.
It was all the same. I remember having San Andreas, and I remember a news thing coming on the news, and it was like,
what a game.
Kids shouldn't have this game. But I remember like my mum and dad being there, and I had it, and I was just like, I hope they don't catch on to this. Like they bought this for me, literally.
Yeah,
it was like launch week, it's like a news thing. It sold loads of copies and yada yada yada. But anyways, yeah, it was just the time. I think it was just the time. I think that's one thing though. I would compare games to films because I think people are more like as parents and stuff. I think people would probably be more like strict with a film at 18. I don't know if your mum and the parents are the same. Like my mum was. I couldn't watch an 18 film at like 12 or 13, but I could play an 18 game and blow some.
Yeah, I don't think they understood it as much. It was just like, it's a video game, it's for children, so it'll be okay. Like, it'll also how violent could a video game be, especially back then? You're talking 20, 25 years ago at this point. Oh God, that makes you feel old.
It's like it's like make believe, I suppose. I think maybe people think like, oh, it's like gaming's just like fake and it's not real, so they know it's a game and it's silly and it's just playing. Whereas with movies, maybe it's like, oh, they could actually get influenced by this, and it's a bit more real. But in some ways, things like Game of Thrones obviously is an 18. That's not real. I'm not going to go around chopping someone's head off with a sword, am I?
I'm not going to fly on a dragon.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's funny how parents are the same. But anyhow,
yeah.
So I guess then that's a nice little segue on in terms of your Xbox Move and stuff like that, and you've now primarily into PC, obviously, which is
Yes,
quite recent,
yes.
isn't it? This is very recent now.
Within, again, probably in the last 3 years, I think it was just before I went full time on
Mm,
YouTube. I was like, all right, I need a PC in order to do this properly.
yeah.
So yeah, PC is just, it is so much better. It's expensive. That's the only thing. Like starting up
Mm,
your PC, it is a lot more expensive. It's also less convenient than just, well, back in the day at least, you just bang in a disc and you'd be playing the game. Now, obviously, not so much
yeah.
just a case of just sticking a disc. But with the PC, you've also got so many more settings that you can adjust to go, oh, if I want a little bit extra frame rate here, so maybe just turn this off. Maybe just
Tweak it.
reduce the quality slightly. Maybe reduce the draw distance or the quality of the foliage. So there's a lot more detail in that regard. But I think most people just want to be able to just plug and play,
Mm,
which I think the PC could work a little bit better with.
yeah. Do you miss that then? Obviously, 3 years now in terms of kickback or sitting on the couch playing a game, or
Oh,
because it's
yeah. In
changed
terms
now,
of
hasn't it?
that,
Yeah.
in that regard, yes. I just prefer just to play, lean back on the sofa, just feet up, having a bash on the keyboard. Also, I still play with a controller. I have my Xbox controller. Um,
Yeah.
I can't do keyboard and mouse. I just
Oh,
can't.
okay. I thought you'd
I think
moved.
it's
I thought you was keyboard and
No,
mouse, but
no. I think it's because I've always played with a controller. It's like
mm,
I tried, and on certain games, like I play Project Zomboid, that you can't really use a controller for. But it's a very different game. I couldn't play like State of Decay on keyboard and mouse.
mm.
I think I just die too much.
That's mad. I never knew. I thought you was generally just
Mm,
moved completely to keyboard and mouse.
no,
That's cool.
no.
But yeah, because like now I remember going to IKEA a couple of months back, and they set up like kids' rooms, like and they always do
Mm,
for like little boy like gaming dens and all that,
mm.
and it's always now a desk and a chair, and you're sat at your desk playing, and it's
Mm.
changed, haven't it? Like kids nowadays want a desk set up to
Yeah,
play their
I think
games.
I think that's probably more of, like, especially since like streaming became more
Streaming,
popular.
yeah,
'Cause personally, I still would prefer to sit on my sofa and play.
yeah,
Like this isn't the most comfortable position for being gaming in. This is where I obviously record and play and whatever else. But I so much prefer just to be sat on the sofa.
yeah.
That is the element I do miss. You know,
Yeah, you can't exactly just lay lounge back and stream. I guess like laying on the sofa. I mean, you theoretically could do it, but it just
you
wouldn't look good for
could,
the
but
stream. Like
it wouldn't look as no, it wouldn't look
yeah,
as good. Mm,
and you need the accessibility of another screen to be able to like control the chat and stuff like that, and all of
exactly,
that stuff.
exactly.
There's utility elements there, I suppose.
Mm.
Anyway, cool. Okay,
Maybe I just
great.
need a
Well,
comfier chair.
yeah, maybe. I mean, I definitely do my setup. Oh god,
Oh,
my chair's
if there's
horrendous.
any chair companies out there, hit me up.
God, yeah, my chair's horrendous, to be honest. Every time I sit
Mm.
in there, I'm like, I need a new one, and then it just yeah,
I
just
know.
forget about it.
My wife Amy just bought a new chair like last week or the week before, and like I put it together for her, and I sat in it, and I'm like, this is good. This is so much
I'm
better
missing out.
than mine. And I'm like, oh. The only problem is it's bright pink, which probably doesn't go with the whole aesthetic, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's a business expense now, Jay. It's a business expense.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
It's a necessary business
I'll
expense.
stick that on HMRC.
Yeah. So, obviously, moving into PC, that is basically, I guess nowadays, I think they don't even sell PCs with disk drives anymore. So you're fully invested when you're playing a game on your PC. It's safe to say
Yeah.
that is digital now.
Is entirely digital. I couldn't tell you the last time I bought a physical disc. In fact, actually, because I thought you might bring this up, I think it might be Red Dead
Oh
Redemption
wow.
2. So this is the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
I've got like a small collection down here, and I was going through it, and I'm like, there's not really anything
Mm.
there that's recent. Oh, although I did buy a second-hand version. I bet most people never played this game. This is an Xbox 360 game. This is The Walking Dead Survival Instinct. I bought that a few years ago because I wanted to make a video on it. As you can see, I bought it from CEX. I know you'll like that.
Yep.
Basically, I wanted to play it through my Xbox and make a video on, but it turns out it was not backwards compatible, so I bought it for no reason. And then I had to no comment on how I made the video on that one.
Okay, so you did manage to make a video, but
I
yeah.
did make a video on that a while ago.
Yeah, it's a good example though, because it is one of those things, and we have the same kind of thing in the movie space with region locked and stuff, and obviously in gaming space you do have the element of, it's Xbox, but then it doesn't work on the newer Xbox because of backwards compatibility restrictions and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's not as clear cut as it, and it's quite annoying.
No,
Which,
and
yeah,
especially like so that game was out on PC at some point, but you just can't buy it anymore.
mm,
It is a bit of
yeah,
like a well, I know if you had bought it back in the day, I imagine you'd still have access to it,
right,
but that's like an entire thing that people are not able
yeah,
to enjoy now.
mm,
It's how much is it to keep it on a marketplace on Steam and just you know it's
yeah,
£3. Let me buy the game. I don't
yeah.
know, but hmm.
Yeah, because I guess in some elements, then with PC, I was going to say then that PC is probably the only platform that allows you to do some backwards compatibility in the sense of if a game played many years ago, it probably does. Obviously, caveats
as,
if it's
as
not if it's
as
still
long
on the
as
marketplace.
yes, as long
Yeah,
as it's on Steam or
yeah,
whatever platform you're using
mm,
it on. But I think majority of people use Steam in general. It's
yeah,
certainly the better one from my regard, anyway.
yeah,
Um, but if it's no longer for sale, you can't buy it.
yeah. So, do you see any big advantage to digital over physical, especially for like PC
Uh,
point of view?
mainly convenience, I guess.
Mm,
You don't have to go anywhere. You
yeah,
can also most game companies allow for preloading. So if a game's coming out tomorrow, I could have preloaded it last week or something.
yeah,
So it just means if you've got slow internet, you can download the game plenty of time in advance, and then as soon as they go bang, you can play the game. You can play the game immediately. You don't have to wait for another download.
so
Especially
everyone can
a lot of
play
these
at the
games
same
now,
time.
100 gigabytes. That's gonna
Mm,
that's gonna take a couple of hours for most people.
yeah, yeah. So speaking of that, then we'll touch on GTA 6. Then I think this is quite a relevant thing because obviously preloading is
Yeah.
something that's I've read about this week. Really with the announcement. What was your reaction to it? Was you surprised of the announcement or?
I was surprised, especially to find out that you could buy a case and it's just gonna have a code in to download it.
Yeah,
It's kind of like so. Like I think they need to be a little bit more clear on that in terms of is there going to be a map in the game, in the
mm,
case I should say, because there's always been a game map in every GTA game I've ever bought. Same
yeah,
as Red Dead, there's always been a map. If that's not in the game, that's gonna be a big problem, I think. But
that'll sway a lot of
in
people
the
as
case, I
well.
should say.
That'll sway a lot of people in terms of buying
Yes,
that version.
exactly. Because at the
Mm,
moment I'm like, well, what's the point in buying the physical version when I could just buy the
mm,
download version? And I
yeah,
know it'll be there. I can preload it up straight away I think it's the 12th that you can preload it. But what's there's no need to order a disc, and it might not. Well, a case, and it might not turn up. You know.
yeah,
Also, I couldn't even tell you what companies I could pre-order it from. Is games still a thing in the UK?
yeah.
I
It
don't
is.
I
Yeah,
don't know. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like I know if I wanted a second-hand game, I'd probably go to CEX.
yeah,
But why is where would I get a new one? Amazon?
yeah.
Amazon fucking
Amazon,
buy everything from Amazon.
Amazon, Argos, and Smith's Toys are actually quite big with games now, I believe, in terms
Okay,
of physical
okay,
games.
that
Um,
makes sense.
and Game is actually being bought by Sports Direct, so Mike Ashley owns it.
Ah,
Oh, Mike Ashley owns Game
okay.
now, so he's put it inside Sports Direct. So a lot of the game stores have gone, but they're like game stores
It's like
inside
a
of Sports
little,
Direct.
yeah.
You know,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, it's mad. Like in terms of like the gaming high street has completely disappeared. And you said about CEX then, and my first reaction to this announcement was, well, nobody can trade this game in, and then
Mm,
nobody can then sell it on and
sell it
then
on.
buy it cheaper, which is massive in from a GTA point of view, I believe, because
Mm.
there's so many GTA copies that get traded into CEX. They must turn over quite a lot of like one
Yeah,
game can get sold many times. You know?
especially GTA 5. I mean, you
Yeah,
think that game was out for 13 years, and I know they've had a few different variations, whether it was on like the last gen, the
yeah,
current gen, and then the new gen.
yeah.
Again. But I know there are rumors that GTA 6 will have a physical disc
Mm.
a few weeks after launch, and they're doing it to prevent like spoilers and leaks and things. But like, I don't know. I think you need to be upfront with that kind of messaging right away. Be like, look,
Yeah.
digital, 19th of November, whenever it is. But if you want a disc, you gotta wait a month.
Yeah, like, just for Christmas, like maybe 15th of December kind of thing,
Yeah.
or January, whatever. But
Mm.
because they used to be honest like that before, because I feel like PC always used to have like back in the day, maybe not so much now, but I feel like back in the day it was always like on console first and then on PC 6 months later, and all the PC fans were like, oh, for God's sake, we gotta wait,
Yeah.
a bit longer. So it's just like knowing where you stand, I suppose. Whereas obviously it's not really prioritized, I guess, physical media. And the thing that really shocked me the most, and I thought about you actually when this was announced, when it came out, was no like special edition with like a statue or some sort of
Yeah,
like
no collector's edition. I don't know if
collector's, because
they're just
you
going to
like
announce
them.
it a little bit later. I do like my
Yeah,
collect. I got my
yeah,
Red Dead collector's edition. You might not
yeah,
be able to see it because it's a bit dark, but it's in the background.
mm,
It's in the background. I've still got it. I
yeah.
think it might have come separately though. I did see something the other day that they sold the collector's edition for Red Dead separately from the Ultimate Edition, and I was like,
Right.
I was like, oh, maybe that was the case. I know I bought them both,
Yeah,
but I can't remember. It was so long ago.
yeah. I
But
mean,
I
I
definitely
think
buy. I will be buying a collector's edition if they release it.
if they yeah, I know you would. Yeah, I thought,
Yeah.
that's a shame. It's just like, because the Ultimate Edition's obviously there, but that is that's just basically extra content, I suppose, on top of the base game, for people that are interested. So yeah, it's big news this week in the sense of a Rockstar game, obviously. And do you think this will potentially set a precedent for other studios to potentially follow through? Let's just speak hypothetically. We don't know a disc is coming at the moment. Let's just say a disc
Yeah.
never comes. Could this start a trend now?
Yeah, probably. Let's be honest. It's Rockstar. It's sort of everybody is going to follow their trend. It's same as like their price is a little bit more expensive than regular games. I think it's about £10 more expensive than
Yeah, yeah.
the standard price. Which, to be fair, I think is probably okay for a GTA game. But do you really want to be spending that on FIFA or whatever EA Sports?
Yeah,
You know what I
no.
mean? I'd like personally, yeah. I think it comes down to the actual game and the product you're buying yourself.
Yeah.
If you're going to spend a couple of 100 hours in the game, then it's worth it. But
Mm.
yeah,
It's
I don't.
yeah.
Not like a reskin sports game. No,
No.
reduce the price of that if anything.
Yeah. It is interesting because I think it is going to start a chain reaction in some ways, especially things like you say, maybe Call of Duty and stuff like that.
Mm.
It's not new as well. I think it's worth noting it is not new that, you get a disc, but then the game is not on the disc. I think there's a few examples out there that I'm aware
Mm.
of anyways. I think Indiana Jones, the game that came on PS5, I think
Okay.
the file that was on the disc was something like 2 GB, and all it was
Ooh.
basically was you put that in your console and
Like
then
a
it triggers
license
you to
key.
download. But
Ah.
the difference between that disc then, and this is what I thought GTA would do, because I didn't think GTA would put this on like 6 discs to install, or 3 discs, however many discs, because it's gonna be a big
Yeah.
game. So I
Well, it
thought that
took
they
2
would.
discs to install Red Dead.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I really thought that they would do that, and then that would just then take you to the PlayStation Store, and then you just download the game,
Mm.
because that way the disc is actually what you can trade in. That's what you can trade into a CEX. That's what somebody can buy, because then they can always then just it's the key. Oh, I can now download it.
Mm.
So it's interesting. Like they've said code, because that is not. It's different.
Yeah, it's like I suppose there is a convenience element there. Very quietly whisper it, because you don't have to worry about. I know it's lazy, but you don't have to worry about getting up to swap the disc over. Do you know what I mean? I know.
Yeah.
It's small little things like that. But
Yeah.
especially because now there's a lot of like, especially on PlayStation, they do a digital only version of PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and an Xbox Series Series S. Sorry, that's
Yeah.
digital only.
Yeah.
There's no disc drive in them at all. So I don't know.
Yeah. Next generation then, consoles, PlayStation, Xbox. Do you think there'll be a disc?
I think there'll probably be a discless version, and it'll be considerably cheaper. And it's sort of like a trend set to try and get people on board with, it's a cheaper console, because it'll probably be 50-60 quid cheaper. And then it's like, oh well, I'll buy that, and I'll just buy. Let's be honest, most people I think probably buy games digitally these days.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh well, if I've
Yeah.
already been buying it digitally for the last 3 years, then it's not going to be a problem. I'll save a little bit of money on the discless console,
Yeah.
without really thinking. All of those discs that you've collected over the years are now useless. You can't
Yeah.
actually use them unless you
But a
keep
lot,
the old
yeah.
console, of course.
But a lot of the time, then they are useless anyways in the sense of backwards compatibility. Like when you look at like PlayStation 3, anyways, for instance, you can't play PS3, play PS4,
Well,
obviously.
I think that's probably where Xbox probably a little bit better than PlayStation, because they are backwards compatible. A lot of the games are. I know I mentioned The Walking Dead earlier wasn't backwards compatible, but that was from the 360 to the Xbox One. And then they made a load of games backwards compatible. I don't know how they did it. And then I think everything from the Xbox One, if you have the Xbox One disc, can be played on the Series X anyway. So it's like native backwards compatibility. I might be getting the wording a little bit wrong there.
That's fair. No,
I believe anyway.
But Xbox, the one thing I really like about Xbox is their Game Pass, like Netflix for games, so to speak.
Yeah. So I was a big Game Pass. I'd had it for years, and then they put the prices up. Was it the beginning of the year or the end of last year? And I was like, I'm not paying £25 a month for this, and I cancelled it. And honestly, I haven't noticed a difference. I haven't missed it. So I know they have reduced the cost now, but they've taken Call of Duty out of that pricing tier.
Right.
But I'm still not. There's no need for me to go back because I've realised I don't need it.
It's mad, and yeah, sometimes you can get like too much offerings. I find on like streaming platforms, you probably sat there on Netflix. You're like, what do I watch? What do we watch?
Yeah,
like, you just don't know what to do. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting either way to see what happens. But I really thought that, as I said, that for GTA, I really thought that they would copy the model of a disc. There'd be nothing on there basically other than the key card that basically would download it. Very similar to what Nintendo Switch are doing now with the Nintendo Switch 2 keys, and it literally says on the case, doesn't it? Key card. But yeah, who knows? At the point of this recording, anyways, that's where we're at. Rumors of a disc are out there, but we don't know. So
nothing's been confirmed.
Nothing's been confirmed, and I'm going to be praying for that collector's edition for you, Jay.
Thank you.
A nice little statue or something. I don't know what they would do, but like it would be cool. Like as you say, it's like a tradition thing, isn't it? I mean, it's like
I wonder if there's just like maybe the collector's edition might reveal too much of like the map or something at this point. So maybe they just want to wait until a little bit further into their marketing scheme, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Interesting. It's interesting. And what's going to happen in the next generation? Let us know in the comments down below as well your thoughts on that. Will we see a discless edition console as the primary thing? I personally haven't got a problem with it being a discless console. I probably would say 80% of the games I play are probably digital. Which is quite, I've got a lot of discs, but more than the average person, I suppose. But for me, digital consoles don't have enough storage. Like,
Ooh, yeah, that's a good point as well. That's especially with like hard drive prices and stuff these days.
But like as a standard, if you're buying a console from PlayStation and Xbox, it's like a terabyte. It's not enough, I don't think.
No. To be honest, I think my Xbox, because I still have an Xbox, I've kept it literally just to play GTA 6 on. It's the only reason I haven't sold it. But yeah, I think that's like 500 gig. It's like the original Xbox Series X, so. Yeah, like we don't know how big GTA 6 will be, but imagine it's going to be it's going to be similar sort of size to like Call of Duty or like Red Dead. I think was 80 gig. Call of Duty's like 150 gig at this point.
GTA's got to be close to 200, isn't it?
It's got to be, innit? It's got to be. I know they are good at optimizing, but it's still going to be massive.
It's still going to be huge. So because I know I've got a 4 terabyte extra expansion in my PlayStation because it's just not enough. And
see, I'm just too cheap for that. I was like, all right, you pay for good internet. If you want to play something, delete it and download it.
Well, that's my thing.
Just plan ahead.
Well, what the internet was like 10 years ago when the PlayStation 5 came out. I think it was 10 years ago or just below. I decided to just get a hard drive, then I can download everything once, and then I haven't got to keep deleting, downloading. Because PS3, PS4 gen, I didn't really mind doing downloads because the games weren't that big, But now it's like, oh god, if I want to play something, very much what we said earlier, something you just want to sit back, turn it on, and just, play. And
you just want to, you got an hour. turn it on and have a go. You can't do that because you can guarantee if you haven't played it for a week or two, there's going to be an update, whether it's on the console or the game itself.
I think I was saying to you a few weeks back on the football, I was saying that like I turned my PlayStation on for the first time in like 6 months, and I wanted to just play FIFA because I had the urge to it after holidays and then I turned it on and it was like my PlayStation went into safe mode. It was like I need to like reinstall the OS. I was like, I just want to have a quick game of FIFA for God's sake.
I know.
And I had to sit
Never
there.
had to do that on the PlayStation 2.
No, I know, exactly. You just plug and play. But anyways, so I guess we'll have to touch on retro gaming and just to get your take on retro gaming before we wrap up. Because that seems to be on the urge earlier. We spoke about Pokemon earlier and Nintendo and stuff. And what's your opinions on that? I don't know if your FYP on TikTok or whatever is all over retro gaming, but this.
I do get those popular. Those sort of Game Boy sort of things, and I'm like, I'm always tempted, but then I could just download an emulator on my phone, and do it that way. Obviously, a perfectly legal emulator and perfectly legal ROMs attained legally, just to be clear. Don't want Nintendo's lawyers knocking on my door. But yeah, I don't really get a lot of nostalgia, and to be honest, I probably would be into all the Pokemon collecting, the card collecting still, but scalpers have just ruined everything, and everything's just too expensive. So it's like, well, I can't be asked to even try getting into it. I don't have my Pokemon card collection from when I was a kid because I don't know, my mother would have thrown it out or whatever. So it's not really as much as it would be nice to have. A collection there. It's just too expensive. I just don't feel it's worth it in that point. You're just paying overpriced for basically shiny cardboard.
There's a lot of people doing that nowadays. Just like, get the urge to go and get a PS2 again or whatever. And I find, like, I've done it. I've put my hands up. I've done it, and then you kind of like. You play it for one game, you have fun, and then you're like, I'm just going to put this in the box.
You don't go back. It's like everyone likes to complain about like graphics these days. They're not as good. But if you go back and play a PlayStation 2 game, you can't play it. It's terrible. It's awful. Nostalgia is a strong drug. It really is.
Yeah. So it wouldn't do justice if I didn't ask you about your movie watching.
Okay.
Now, is there a DVD or a Blu-ray inside your household?
I don't think there is.
Probably not.
Actually, there might be some in the attic. Well, I think I might have a friend's box set collection, but I couldn't. I know. But like, so I honestly, it is quite random. I love Friends back in the day. Okay, but I don't think I do have a DVD. Other than that, no.
It's crazy.
And it's like if I do, it's deep in the attic. I couldn't tell you exactly where it is.
Yeah. Just thought I'd ask because I knew the answer, but there we go. Movie
I would like
boxes.
to. Don't get me wrong. Like I look at your background and it looks really sick, and it's cool. Like as a collector's item, especially as, let's be honest, they're gonna hold their value. If I buy a film or TV series digitally, I can't resell that, can I?
That's the thing. Do
you know what I mean? And especially if you've got like collector's editions, they're only gonna increase in value as well.
I'd have to like lend you a 4K or 2 and stuff because you've obviously got your Xbox there. You can play them, and I would like to, lend one off me and watch it, and then be like, oh god, it looked actually totally different because that's the big thing of why people.
Is it
watch.
It's the
quality is different than the thing. I just would like to see your reaction to like, oh my god, like it's actually.
To be fair, what's wild is like my monitor I'm playing on now that's 4K, but my TV downstairs is still 1080.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Jay, YouTube money. You get
I know. It was like it was like when I bought it. To be fair, I bought it probably just after I moved into this house, and I've been here maybe 6, so probably about 7 years now. So TV's probably about 7 years old. It probably could do with an upgrade, to be fair. But like,
don't fix.
Exactly, and like, I don't pay for any 4K streaming sites anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't really see the point of upgrading. I do have, because the TV itself is starting to get a little bit old. I did buy an Apple TV to plug
Yeah.
in, and the UI on that is so brilliant compared to like just a regular smart TV. I can't recommend them enough. I picked it up secondhand as well. I think it was on eBay. I got it for about 80 quid.
Yeah.
And I think brand new they were like 150. So I was like well happy with that.
Yeah.
It's
Apple
great. I love it.
TV's the best because it's like your TV can be really slow and clunky, but the Apple TV has like such a good processor, and it makes you feel like, oh my God, this is like,
it's brilliant. And I don't even have to touch my TV remote now because if I turn it on from the Apple TV remote, I can turn up the volume, I can do the voice commands. It's great.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you when my other remote is.
So I'm really excited for you in the future then now, because you'll be able to experience 4K for the first time. You have to come over in the cinema room. I'll just make it all dark in here and just be like, whoa, James, this is actually sick. You know?
There's more pixels.
But it'd be cool because I think, you might even turn around and be like, it actually doesn't look that much different, which would be interesting in itself. And then, thing. But obviously, yeah, I'm actually really excited for you to watch something in 4K for the first.
That's it. Also, like 4K and to take it back to gaming, I still play and record everything in 1080 because it's just, especially when you're like recording content, if you're recording for like hours and hours on time, it's going to take a lot more memory space to record 4K versus 1080. It also takes more editing resources when it comes to editing it back. So I personally I prefer a 1080p high bit rate as opposed to 4K.
4K. Because I do my videos in 4K, but I'm 4K 30, and that's for a 10-minute video is just under 2 gigabytes.
Okay, so I'm 1080 60 FPS, and I usually stream for about 4 hours, and so I have 2 files, facecam and a gameplay file, and it's probably around 80 gig per file, I'd say.
Whoa.
Quite big. But that is a high bit rate. I think I used like 30,000.
Yeah, so if you did that on 4K, that would just be...
It would be mad.
200.
Yeah, I don't think... Well, I'd need to buy a new hard drive every week, I think.
Exactly, yeah.
And they're expensive. I can't be asked for that shit.
Yeah.
I have 2 on rotation where I go, okay, this one's full. I'll go to the other one. I haven't used any of this footage for 4 years. Delete. I just use this one as new then.
I know, yeah. I literally just use a hard drive to edit it off, and then I've used my laptop to have like this main storage and just put it all into this one hard drive. That's just a storage one then. But I'm running out of that one actually. I need to upgrade it, but it's a weird one because you kind of want to keep your YouTube videos just in case your channel goes, but at the same time I've got literally a hard drive with just my YouTube videos on it, and I'm like, it's nearly full. Like, do I need this?
I know that's the thing. I got all the raw footage as well, and then I edit my videos into shorts. So it gets big. The only one thing I don't keep the editing files because they're massive as well. You know?
Yeah.
Like I got an editing file here. I haven't rendered anything here, so that's just under a gig. This one, 200 gig, just for a Final Cut Pro editing file. Madness.
You're dealing with some mega files in your digital space then.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Right, to end off the episode then, we just started in the last couple of episodes to do a quick fire round. So I'll just ask a question, and then you just say what comes to your mind first. What's the first thing? So, favourite console?
PlayStation 2.
Ooh. Favourite game of all time?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Most underrated game?
State of Decay 2.
Game you replay the most?
Ooh, bit left field. Pokemon Soul Silver.
Cool, fair. Didn't
like
that. Physical or digital?
Digital. It's more convenient, unfortunately. As much as it is cool to collect stuff, but it's just more convenient.
Best gaming soundtrack?
Oh, shit. San Andreas.
K-Rose.
Yeah.
Love K-Rose, yeah.
And you just have all the radio stations, the DJs and stuff. It just adds to it.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Most disappointing game?
Oh, disappointing. Maybe Walking Dead Destinies? That's the first thing which came to my mind. You probably never played it. And to be fair, I'm probably the only person who ever got their money's worth out of that game, because I had a very popular series a few years ago when that came out, and it definitely paid for the game 3 times over.
Yeah. Your dream remake?
Oh, GTA 4.
That would be sick, actually.
Yeah,
that would be good.
Yeah, that would be. I love. I have played like a modded version of GTA 4. I think like last year or something, and it was so good. It was great.
Yeah. And then finally, one game everyone should play.
Oh, I'm gonna say Red Dead Redemption 2 again. Yeah, 100%. Without a doubt. I know you haven't completed it.
No, but I knew the story. I just watched it on YouTube. I'm just lazy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I know what happens.
It's such a great story, and just It's the only problem is it does take a lot. You do need a big time commitment to get through it. Yeah. But highly recommended.
And how many times have you played it now?
5 or 6.
I was going to say,
but
three or 4 last time we spoke about it.
There's a lot of times where you start it and you get through the first few chapters, and then you like, because obviously it is a big time commitment, and you just sort of stop playing it, and then you go back to it a few months later, and you go, oh, you know what? No, I'm going to restart it again because I want to play as Arthur this way instead of this way, and so I end up playing like the first 3 chapters a lot more times than I've started it.
Fair.
Or finished, I should say.
Yeah. Well, excellent. Thank you so much, Jay, for coming on. And if you are interested in Jamie's content, then all links are down below. And if you are one of Jamie's watchers and viewers, I guess, of his channels, come over. Well, welcome to Shelf Media Society. There's a massive subscribe button down below. You can just hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, and all of that. I really appreciate it. As I say, thanks for coming on, and I'll see you
in the next
time. Yeah. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.